We actually save 50 to 70% of installation costs by using lock ring in 1/2 inch through 2 inch sizes. And they don't leak, and that's a fact.
We've been using lock ring fittings at this plant since 1990 and have yet to experience a single leaking connection.
Using lock ring for repairs and maintenance is ideal for taking care of a problem that needs to be fixed right away. It eliminates the headache of moving welding equipment into place for a single use and often does not require any scaffolding.
Innovation in piping systems and methods for joining them are subjects we're always interested in because our manufacturing plants are complex marvels of process engineering. No matter what products these plants are producing, they all have one common denominator: miles upon miles of pipe carrying essential liquids and gases to and from arrays of vessels and tanks. Just putting them into place is a complex job all by itself. So we welcome any product or technique that promises a benefit during pipe installation. We're all aware that progress typically has its price. For most of the advantages offered by innovative engineering, there's usually something on the downside to be aware of. However, our current experience with this patented pipe joining system seems to work in our favor. Welcome to the world of lock ring.
The lock ring system is designed around the most advanced fluid and gas pipe connection fitting available in the market today. Each lock ring connector is a high-quality, leak-free fluid or gas fitting that is easy to install, requires no heat for installation, and takes only a minimum amount of skill to achieve a leak-free system. Each lock ring component consists of a precision machine fitting body with 2 pre-assembled swage rings. There are no separate pieces to misplace or lose, no threaded components, no elastomeric or O-ring seals. In use, prepared pipe ends slip into the fitting body. During makeup, each swage ring is advanced hydraulically over the tapered surface of the fitting body, compressing it radially onto the pipe. The resistance of the pipe wall to this swaging action generates very high compressive loads under the narrow sealing lands, biting the pipe surface and creating a permanent, gas-tight, metal-to-metal seal between the pipe and the fitting body. By exerting a radial elastic strain preload on the sealing lands, the swage ring maintains the sealing pressure for the life of the connection. Lock ring fittings bring the performance of a welded joint to each connection without any hot work and can be used safely in areas where chemicals, solvents, and fuels are present without incurring costly plant downtime. Since the introduction of lock ring stainless steel fittings in 1989, LOKRING Corporation has introduced and qualified industrial stainless and carbon steel product lines to ANSI B31 code standards. Further qualified these product lines as the only mechanically attached fittings currently meeting the API 607 Exxon fire test specification, and established a customer base of industry leaders who are using the product extensively while experiencing a phenomenally low rework rate, less than 0.2%.
Lock ring fittings are an advanced yet simple solution to the universal problem of connecting pipe and tube for fluid and gas transfer. So you can see why we're interested in lock ring and why we believe you should be too. Where would you use the lock ring system? Here are some examples.
We all know Lock Ring is an alliance vendor, so therefore we're able to take advantage of the favorable DuPont pricing for fittings and the insulation tools. Where we have some long runs, one option, of course, is to prefab, but then we face the problem of making sure it all fits. It never does. Instead, we make the entire field run with LOKRING, reducing the need for expensive, time-consuming isometric drawings that were never measured properly, and it has proven to be fast, sure, and economical.
We used several hundred LOKRING fittings on a recent project where we had to improve our schedule. On this fast-track job, we had several areas where welding was not allowed and the plant had to continue to operate. LOKRING made it possible for us to bring the job in on time. Typically, making a LOKRING connection is about 5 times faster than making a field welded connection. Use of the LOKRING fittings enabled us to field route small diameter pipe through the highly congested manufacturing area. And in close quarters, LOKRING doesn't need much room since it takes only one plane of access to make up a joint.
Today, as we're getting heavier into revamping older operating plants and working less in a true construction environment, the advantages of LOKRING are even more important, particularly during repairs and maintenance. We can prefab spools in the shop and connect them easily to existing piping.
There are only 5 easy-to-apply steps for LOKRING installation. Selection and assembly of the installation tooling, pipe end preparation, pipe end gauging and marking, fitting installation, and post-installation quality control. LOKRING serves a wide range of applications on stainless steel, carbon steel, copper, and copper-nickel pipe. Complete systems include couplings, 45 and 90-degree L's, T's, reducing T's, concentric reducers, caps, flanged fittings, and numerous special adaptive fittings to threaded and flanged systems. Versatile installation tools permit rapid, leak-free connections with any of these fittings in just minutes.
We used over 1,000 LOKRING fittings on a job in Fayetteville recently where we really needed to improve our normal schedule. LOKRING is a fitting that gives you the reliability of a welded fitting, but it's applied mechanically. You can use LOKRING wherever you'd normally weld the pipe, but it goes on simpler, faster, and easier. The labor involved in the LOKRING fitting is a fraction of that compared to welding. But there are other considerations that are equally important. I mentioned schedule improvement. LOKRING allows you to install more connections per day than welding. And just as important, it can be used in process areas where hot work, such as welding, is prohibited. Taken together, these LOKRING advantages can make a positive difference on your project.